My roommate Kevin wasn't just a slob, he was a professional leech. Living with him was like having a human black hole for a roommate, sucking in everything good and leaving behind a mess. It started small. I'm a big coffee guy, and I'd order these special single origin beans online. They weren't cheap. I'd come out in the morning, and the pot would be empty, with my expensive, freshly opened bag of beans sitting right next to it. Kevin would just grunt. "Oh, was that yours? My bad, dude, that was build-up number 1. Then it escalated. I have these really nice Sony noise-canceling headphones I use for work. One day, they were gone from my desk. I found Kevin wearing them, sweaty after a run. One of the earpieces was crackling. They were just sitting there. He shrugged, not even bothering to apologize. Probably cheap anyway, that was build-up number 2. He was costing me real money now. The third strike was the rent. I had my share, $900 in cash, in a sealed envelope on my desk, clearly marked rent. I had to run an errand and told him I'd be back in an hour to give it to the landlord. When I got back, the envelope was gone. Kevin swore up and down he never saw it. I had to scramble and pull from my savings to avoid getting evicted, while he suddenly had cash for a new video game and takeout every night. He was a straight-up thief. But the final straw, the one that flipped the switch in my head, was when he tried to get me fired. I was on a critical work-from-home call with my manager, discussing a huge project. Kevin started blasting his terrible SoundCloud rapper music from the living room. I muted my mic and asked him politely to please turn it down for 30 minutes. He lost it. He stormed into my room while my mic was unmuted and started screaming. "Why don't you get a real job instead of sitting on your ass all day? You still haven't even paid me for the utilities, you cheapskate." My manager heard everything. I was mortified. In that moment, all the frustration just vanished. It was replaced by a cold, surgical calm. I saw exactly what I had to do. That was it. The war was on. Kevin was a tech bro working on a massive presentation for a huge investor pitch. It was his entire career on the line. And his biggest weakness? Arrogance. He was so sure he was a genius that he never double-checked anything. He also never locked his laptop. That night, while he was out celebrating his future success, I sat down at his computer. I didn't delete his presentation. That's for amateurs. Instead, I used a simple find and replace all function. Key performance indicators became my deepest insecurities. Synergy became magical friendship. Future growth became inevitable decline. Our stakeholders became my mommy and daddy. I changed about a dozen key corporate phrases into pure, humiliating nonsense. The day of his big Zoom pitch, I made sure I was working from home. I could hear him in his room, starting off loud and confident. Then, a stammer. And as you can see from this chart, my deepest insecurities are trending upwards. A long awkward pause. I could hear frantic clicking. A few minutes later, and our success will be built on a foundation of magical friendship between departments. I had to physically cover my mouth to keep from laughing. The final nail in the coffin was when he apparently referred to the investors as my mommy and daddy twice. I heard a sharp "this call is over" from his laptop speakers. Kevin was fired that afternoon. He moved out a week later without a word, leaving behind his broken headphones. My apartment has never been cleaner. My boss and I had a laugh about the whole thing, and I'm enjoying my expensive coffee in peace. Turns out, the best revenge is a project plan they'll never forget.